presidential horse race between Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. The latest Fox News Opinion Dynamics poll shows that Clinton and Obama are essentially tied 44% each in the battle for the Democratic nomination. On a national level, take a look at these numbers. 37% of the voters say they would definitely vote for Clinton. 47% say never for McCain. 41% would vote for him. For Obama, he scores the best with definite support from 44% of the voters. All right, what does all this mean? With us now, Republican pollster Chris Wilson and Democratic pollster Doug Schoen. Schoen is, by the way, the author of the book, Declaring Independence. Good to see you both. Doug, let me begin with you. These numbers that I just read show two things. Senator Clinton has lost her once commanding lead, and second of all, she is still the most polarizing of all of the candidates. And, you know, electability is often a factor when people go cast their votes, even in primaries. So this doesn't bode well for her coming up with the next round, does it?
Well, I think what it suggests, Greg, is that this remains a very close race. The delegate count is also very close. The horse race is 44-44. The Texas, Ohio, and Pennsylvania polls are all within single digits. She has a narrow lead. So I think that these numbers suggest it's a very close race. She's always been a polarizing figure. She remains one.
Yeah. All right, Chris, the Washington Post has some new polls just out. In Texas and Ohio, those are the next two big primary battles. In Ohio, let's take a look at this. Clinton's once commanding lead is shrinking. Well, this is Texas right now. The race is almost even there. Clinton holding a slim 1 percentage point lead. In Ohio, Clinton's once commanding lead, as I say, is shrinking. She's just ahead by, I think you could call this a tenuous 7 points, margin of error plus or minus 4%. But what was interesting is, Chris, a quarter of the voters in Texas and a third of the people in Ohio say, hey, I may still change my mind between now and March 4th.
Well, they do. I think it does show that the race is up for grabs. It shows that there's still a lot of fluidity that's taking place in it. But as you dig deeper in the numbers, one of the things that I find fascinating is the fissures that are being created in the Democratic Party by this race. For instance, if you look at African Americans, overwhelming support for Barack Obama. Hispanics, strong support for Hillary Clinton. And I think what you're going to see is a Democratic Party that's going to struggle in November to bring a lot of these people back on board. In fact, if you look at your own Fox News poll, you find that 1 in 7 Democrats say there's no way they'd ever vote for Barack Obama. That is a huge problem that's being created right now, and one Democrats are going to struggle with in November.
Doug, Hispanics in Texas are key. Senator Clinton still leads in that group, according to these Washington Post polls, 59-36. But she's losing ground, right?
She's lost a little ground, Greg, but I would say she's still close to a 2-1 favorite among Hispanics. She's won Hispanics all over the country. And to Chris's point, I think that what we're going to see is that Democrats will consolidate. They were relatively civil last night, and 75% in the Fox News poll said that they found each of the two candidates acceptable choices. I think the Democrats, who have great enthusiasm, twice the turnout of Republicans, are much better positioned than the Republicans going forward.
Chris, would you agree with Bill Clinton if his wife fails to win both Texas and Ohio, she's finished?
Oh, yeah. If she loses Texas and Ohio, it really is over from a standpoint of being able to win the race from an election standpoint. Now, you could still see a scenario where they come in and try and win it with superdelegates or seating those people from Michigan and Florida, but I think that would create such a divisive situation in the Democrat primary that even the Clintons would be hard-pressed to push to that level.
The Clintons, not divisive? I'm stunned. I'm shocked. Chris Wilson and Doug Schoen, thank you both.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, you've heard from the